Y'all listen, we are back today, and I am joined by an illustrious guest today. But y'all know why we are here. We are back to talk about the Never Ever Mets on OWN Network, episode 4, Disconnections. And before we get off all into this, let me bring up my beautiful guest for the day. Come on in the room, ma'am. Miss Monique 69 Ways Johnson. How are you doing
I'm
today, friend?
good. How are you?
Whew, I'm good, girl. This episode, though, if I can be honest with you, it got on my last good
I thought I
nerve.
was the only one. Like that's how it was. I kept mad.
I was like, you can't be serious because, like, at this point, I really felt like they're playing in our faces.
Oh,
Like,
most definitely.
half the couples are there just for, I guess, for their time to shine or something. And the other people, I don't know. All we can do is get into it. If you had to rate it though, let's just get into that. If you had to rate episode 4 on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the absolute worst, what are you giving this episode?
I'm giving it a 6.5 or a 7.
That's very specific and I love it. So just about average, just under a
Mm-hmm.
little slightly below average or just average.
Yeah, yeah. How about you?
I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna say it was like at a 50%. It's failing to me this episode. And I mean, I get it. It's kind of hard to compete with the first couple episodes because I mean, we had DV
Ooh,
in the
that came
first
on with
episode.
explosive. Okay.
Listen, and then we had verbal assault the second episode,
Right.
and dramatics. And so this was just, I guess, a less dramatic episode. But I mean, let's get up to it. And we're going to try it a little bit different. We're going to just talk couple by couple
Okay.
because I ain't get all the picks last night. I
That's
ain't get
good.
them.
That's okay.
So these two jokers, right? Brendan and Sienna, aka Siana. Some of the people call her Siana, some call her Sienna.
I
Child.
call it Sienna. That's why I look at
Okay, yeah. We gonna rock with that then. I'm fine with that. But I mean, all the couples this episode got to meet with Taronda, and I thought that was kind of interesting and kind of good. What did you think about just overall for the episode, Brendan and Sienna? What were your overall thoughts?
When they had their time to sit down and he expressed how he was feeling about where they at in their relationship, I said, that sounds about right. Like I don't see nothing romantic here. Like, he said that turned him off. Like, I'm not trying to build nothing romantic with you,
Yeah,
basically.
I think they're faking. I think they are faking this. He clearly told us, right? The night she threw the roses, the War of the Roses, he was like, look, no, it's a wrap for me. And my thing is, then go home. Go home immediately. She need to go home.
And
You
then
need
when
to
the
go home.
cameras went down, they had a conversation, said, like, we need this show. We're gonna ride it out.
I guess so. So then when they are going walking in to see Taronda, they come out hand in hand. And I'm like, what's happening here? Right. And so they get down to talk to Taronda and Sienna starts going off again. This mother effer or whatever she said, she was cussing, right? Because that's what she
Yeah.
does. And Taronda's like, look, I know that you've had to get it out the mud your whole life. You're super independent. She's like, because
Yeah.
I can be that way too. And if I can be honest with you, I thought Taronda was playing softball with Sienna. I really wanted her to come out and flat out check her, but she didn't. What did you think of the interaction she had with Taronda?
Um, she expressed like one thing in Taronda's face and then uh display something else when Taronda's not there. And with Sienna and Taronda, Taronda was calling out a lot of the couples stuff, so that they got with each other. I mean individually with each other. So I'm like, as I'm watching, I noticed that when Taronda asked them certain questions, I'm like, how do Taronda know what's going on in the house? Like, do they show her like, certain
Girl, you know
scenes or something?
production.
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
know
saying. Like, if
production
you
got to be all
notice
up in it.
her questioning, and like, I'm like, you haven't been around them enough to, besides in the moment when they in front of her face, because they do display some of those behaviors, but to get a whole scope, of their relationship, I'm like, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like she played softball with Sienna though, and I think they get information. Again, I think Pastor and First Lady are definitely plants in the house. I think they
I
reporting
agree.
back to somebody.
Because
But
I'm
I
like,
feel
how do
like
Toronto know all this tea, honey?
but I
Because
feel
this something ain't
like
adding up.
she gave Sienna an easy out, right? Like I feel like okay, it's one thing to be independent and strong and all those things, but you don't have to cuss this man out every chance you get. And so they're sitting there, and basically,
It's easy to
Taronda
do.
asked them, "Do you want to proceed romantically?" And she's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "No." At this point, it ain't worth fighting for. And what really got to me is that she tried to tune her face up almost like she wanted to cry. I said, Sienna, if you sit up here and act like you want to cry when we clearly know you've been acting a whole like fool out here.
I think Toronto, yeah, I agree. Toronto probably plays softball with her due to she she easily self-destructive. So you don't have to come hard on something that's already self-destructive. So it's like
I
she gonna
guess
do
so.
what she wanna do, and look.
I'm just hoping they get to go home. I'm hoping that
I thought they was
uh
gonna go home this episode after he say he don't want to be romantic, the pursuing the relationship romantically with her. So I was like, yo,
that's why I was like, why are they
I
still
thought
there?
they
Why
was
are
gonna
we
go
having
home.
dinner with them? Exactly. Why are we still
I thought
seeing
they was
these
gonna
two?
go in the house and pack the bag or something. Like, see y'all. Okay.
Hey Candy, let's talk to the chat. Hey sis, how are you doing today? Hey,
Hey,
I'm Jess.
Candy.
Welcome. And y'all drop it in the comments and let us know, what did you think of episode 4 if you watched it last night of the Never Ever Mets? Let's see. On worldwide television, he said that they do the most on world. I don't get it.
Worldwide
Good afternoon.
television week.
Inga says, good afternoon. I'm just getting myself up. Those edibles took me down.
Come on, I love a good
Just
edible.
oh my goodness gracious. Hello. Okay. So yeah, let's get into that. Was enough of them because again, I feel like what's the point of y'all actually being here? Now these two jokers.
The roommates.
Another couple. They playing in our face, friend. They playing at this point because there is no chemistry between these two. They are not sexually attracted to each other. They don't even spend time with each other now. She on Chris's lap, right? So what are your thoughts now as we're seeing more and more of Jodie and Aaron Jr.?
I'm happy that Aaron Jr. actually spoke up this episode. Cause last episode he was doing the Beyonce mute challenge. I barely heard a word. Okay, so I was glad that he spoke up, said more than one sentence this episode, expressing his feelings. Okay, on things, on how he see things in the house. So I was glad of that, but it's still giving roommate vibes. And she said how she's slow, pursuing a romantic. They don't even hold hands. I don't think. And when they was cooking dinner, they was just like two homegirls cooking dinner for the house.
Period. And Taronda said as much. You like my that best friend who sleeps in the other room. Basically, there is nothing between these two, and
And
he's
that's another
basically
question. I'm looking like girl. Who showed the house footage?
the
Because how do you
production
know
is
that?
showing her. You know that. She's getting all the tea. Or Diamond and
Oh,
Pastor
Diamond.
Aaron.
Yes.
Listen, they deliver in the news, but Jodie is a little volatile. I didn't like how everybody was acting like they were afraid of her because I'm like, for real, what's Jodie finna do? Like, Diamond, now be serious. But even him speaking up, I was like, Aaron, you just justifying her foolishness. You know she's skinning and grinning in Chris's face. I'm not saying they have anything going on, but it definitely gives you cheesing way too hard, showing all your back teeth
Too
in this man's
friendly.
face.
Too friendly. Too
Too
friendly.
friendly. But we'll get back to her
Yeah.
because
Okay.
she she tried a couple things this episode, and I was like, well, and we'll figure it out.
I'm gonna
Now
have to get
these
on
two.
Diamond too a little bit too at that point.
Oh
So
yeah, we gonna get. I'm saving them for last because I
okay.
got a lot to say about the plants, Passa and First Lady. Now, she is measuring his ear hair last night. I mean, they are back in the intimacy suite. At this point, that's their room.
They stay there. Okay. They stay there. I always
He's
see them in that room.
he's blowing her back out regularly, apparently, because she
Well, they
can't
got
get
12
enough.
years to make up. Okay.
She can't get enough. He can't get enough. The most unproblematic couple in the house. What's there to say, friend? I mean,
Ooh, when he was rubbing her feet, I'm like, now this is the feet rub I can handle because the one with Aaron seeing what he was doing,
you
no
don't want your
go,
feet deep throated, friend?
no, don't throw my. You could throw something else, but you can't throw my feet. But yeah, I can handle that foot rub. But she was like, "Do you get all the girls' foot rub?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's the foot rub he put on his living girlfriend, roommate that he got pregnant." Girl,
That's
I
how he
was
got the 3-year-old. We
clocking. I
already
was
know.
like,
We know that's how he got the 3-year-old. We absolutely know. Now, this couple, I'm gonna be honest with you, it shocked me. And I don't know how to feel about it. I'm never gonna shame a woman for revealing their truth or anything like that. But
yeah,
I do want to say it was really it, it really was like shocking to me that she just blurted it out in that way.
I
And so
know. I thought that was
trigger warning, y'all.
editing.
Trigger warning, y'all. We're about to talk about like essay and stuff like that. So what did you think when she just came out with it when her sisters, like she had a full meltdown, breakdown?
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't flow. I'm like, was that editing? You know what I mean? You know how edit can get because it wasn't a smooth flow as she was having her vulnerable moment, and it just came out like I was great and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, wow. It
Yeah.
took me aback, and I appreciate her vulnerability, but it was just like it came out of nowhere. It had to be
Yeah.
more to that scene for me
And
because
don't
it seemed
shut
like
and I think
editing.
yeah, and I think
That's
this
it.
is
Like,
own
whoa,
network, right? I
yeah,
feel like there should have been space and time to appropriately present that to the world.
I
Give us
agree.
story because it is like she just kind of blurted out because I was SA'd, I was violated, and nobody stays around. Am I not good enough? Is it me? And it was like boom, 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 boom. And I think it
Right.
did it was disrespectful to her story for them to present it that way. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
will say I loved her sister. I feel like they had the whole same
Yes.
face. I feel like they're just different sizes and a couple shades different. But I loved her sister. I felt like her sister was the voice of reason. You could
Of
tell her
course.
sister is kind of the strong one, right? That kind of keeps
Big
her
sis.
grounded.
This
But
big sis.
do you think that her trauma is going well, we already see it playing out with Greg because he's doing all the things, and every time he tries to get close it's like my walls up, my boundaries. What do you think this means for their relationship?
Ooh. I mean, when she expressed that she's been great, that's gonna stick with her forever, and she has to. For me, I need her to go to a therapist or speak to someone because the way she just blurred out, I mean, that kind of thing, unfortunately, will be be a scar on you forever. There's no doubt about it. But she needs to go talk to someone about it, how to maneuver in relationships when it comes um with this scar. How can she maneuver with this scar in relationships? She needs to go talk to someone about it because I feel like she's gonna always be, I don't know, holding back or
I agree.
holding a part of her back from in a
From
relationship.
love and being
Love,
open and being
open.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she can't help it, right? Except like you said, and that was my big thing. I'm like, baby, you need therapy. You gotta
Mm,
go. You gotta go talk to somebody who's going to help you heal from it. And as I hear from both of them this episode, it makes me understand how they both live in LA and didn't see each other for 3 years. Like it's
Okay.
like she was like, I can deal with him long distance, right? Because I don't have to let him in fully,
And
right?
yes.
And I think same with him because his mama said, listen, baby, I'm just glad you introducing me to somebody because I ain't think it was ever gonna happen.
That yeah, I said when she said that, and then he said he ain't introduced nobody to his mom in like 6 years or whatever. It was only one other woman. I'm like, dang, how many relationships have you been in?
And he's in what, his mid 30s, early to mid 30s. Come on, Greg. Like, but he also has this social awkwardness, kind of, you
Yes,
can
he does.
tell.
We can tell
But
how
I
he was sucking her face last episode.
like a guppy. That was so terrible.
That was so
Like,
terrible.
yes, Candy, listen, just Jesus, just Jesus, just Jesus. You hear me? But it's fun to put in work. And this doing this, all of these lives helps me with this weekend because this is a hard weekend for me historically. So
Oh,
this is just, yeah, this just kind of helps me like, okay, you got stuff to do, girl. Pause. Did you say measuring his ear hair? You're joking, right? No,
no.
no, no. I wish I
We
absolutely wish
wish.
I was. Sis, he deep throated her. He did. He did. He did. You had to see it to believe. Y'all may bring the picture back. I got it.
Oh Lord, no.
She said, "Don't
You
bring that
said,
picture back."
oh Lord, no.
Oh my gosh! Did a part? See, that's the thing, Candy. We didn't get any real.
It's just a blurt and a like she just blurted it out, and there was no setup or no discussion around that led up to that moment for her as she was being vulnerable. It seemed like, I don't know, was it editing? She could have, and it was just editing, and just seemed like she just had this emotional outburst of what happened to her. So yeah.
It was like she was so overwhelmed in talking about this new relationship. She's like, but is he going to leave me? Because everyone else has left me. And then I was R-worded and then this, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just not good enough. And the sister was like, stop, like,
Right.
let's regroup. You're okay. This is
Right.
that. But I mean, even with the strong sister, she is going to need to take some ownership, go get some help because other
Most
than that,
definitely.
it's not going to work. And I hate that for her. His mom looked very young. Honestly, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to expect when he said his mom was coming, but she seemed so sweet. She seemed so open. And she seemed like she likes Millie. So, I mean, I think she'd like any woman at this point. She just glad he brought
That he liked
somebody.
every woman. I'm like, let me find out, Greg, what you been, how your social
Oh, listen,
before you
you'd be
met us.
surprised, friend. People be having issues. Okay, who do we want to go to next? I'm gonna let you choose the next. Do we want to do Passa and First Lady, or do we want to do Chris and Sandia next?
We're gonna leave past the last because
Okay.
they've been doing
Yeah.
some.
Now y'all see this beautiful melanated queen over here with the braids. That's Sandia, y'all. I need my good sis to find her self-worth, to find and love for herself, honestly, because Chris is playing in her face. He don't respect this woman. He don't really like this woman. He might not like any women. What do you think about Chris and their whole dynamic and Sandia? Tell me your thoughts.
He's another one who says one thing in this moment, then another thing in another moment. I'm like, dude, what in the gaslighting and head trip you trying to pull on us here? You know? Because like he trying to see he can trust her or whatever, build trust. And then one minute he said, I could be with her. I can see myself being with her long term because they both Haitian. She got values or whatever. I'm like,
lies and deception.
come on,
You know
you
what he
confused
want?
me here, dog.
You know what he want? And I'm not coming to about anybody's culture. I'll just say that people from a time and sometimes from islands, right, have this
Yeah,
culture where the man can do whatever he wants, right? And the woman is just
yeah.
supposed to take it, be long suffering, engage in this whole entire world of struggle love, right? He not only invalidated every feeling she had this episode, he
He said
spoke
my
down to
feelings
her.
barely
Yeah.
matter.
He said they're
It's
not
like
important to me. He said it's giving insecurity and I don't feed into that. Every point she
everything
tried
is
to
not an
make,
insecurity.
no, not when you skinning and
No.
grinning in this heifer space the whole time. And people are coming to her, and we'll get to that. People are
Okay.
coming to her saying, "What's up with your man? And what's up with her? Why?" That's inappropriate. That's not a good connection. How do you want her to feel? So let's recap though. Let's go back and talk
Okay.
about their whole
Let's,
journey. So, first
okay.
episode, that night, she's ear hustling in the kitchen and hears him say, "She not my woman. We not exclusive. I
After
get
they just
hoes."
had a good date.
Listen, he said, "I get hoes. I have hoes. I keep hoes. I go on multiple dates. I can pull your girl." Basically, he said, "I give her a good 2-3 days
He
and then I
trying to
ghost
smash
her
on the first date.
for 2 weeks." And Jodie gonna co-sign that foolishness. That's why people think y'all screwing in the back. Anyway, and so there's been this constant progression every time she addresses something. Well, no, you just received that wrong. You just misinterpreted it, or it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and you're just gonna stick beside me. So you're right. When they sit down with Taronda's like, "So what's going on?" He's like, "I don't feel like all her feelings are valid. I don't. It feels like insecurity to me. She just needs to be more secure." And then out that same mouth says what you said, right? But I see a long
Right.
term future with her because she's willing to take it. And then she, at the end of the session, got the nerve to say, "I'm going to stick beside her. That's my man. That's mine.
She said
I'm going
that
to stick
episode
beside
too.
him."
I was like, after they had a conversation about his table scene when she was ear hustling. She decided to stick beside him. So, like, well, you get
Ain't
what you
nobody, he
get,
ain't
okay?
worth sticking
At
by.
this point,
You don't
she'll
know. And they about to make me say words out of the regular vernacular, okay? Because you don't know that man to stick beside him. Y'all been dating online for a couple
3
months.
months. 3 months. Come on.
You don't owe him nothing. That's why I think they playing in our faces because this can't be real life. You're
And then
right,
he up
Yvette. He's
there.
not.
Yeah,
Go,
Yvette. He's in a good gaslighter, but his nerve to filter what's valid, which feelings of hers is valid, is mind blowing to me. I can't believe he said that out his mouth. It's like,
on national television.
what, dude? Even Toronto was like, what? She like,
Did you see the look on her face when Sandia said, "Oh, it's worth fighting for. I'm a fight for."
yeah, she looking like, we have experts here.
Y'all need
She
to go
offered
see a
them the
counselor.
experts, right? She's like, wait, that y'all all over the place. So yeah, y'all need to
Mental
see
health
an expert.
counseling. Mental health counseling. Because I mean, he looked like a broke down version of Safari, if you ask me. And I'm not
Ooh.
roasting, but that's exactly who he looked like to me. And I'm just like, bruh, you not him with your lips popping. You not. I'm sorry, but Yvette, you're right. He isn't even. He's not. He not. To me, he don't have enough game to operate how he's been operating in this house. He not fine enough, and he don't have enough game. He sounds like
Don't
a
have
jerk.
enough height.
He is a jerk to me, in my opinion. Is the host the chick that played Cookie Lyon's assistant in Empire? I believe so.
Yes, that's Taronda Jones. I believe that's her last
My
name.
bad, friend. I got a roasting spirit. I got it honest. I can't help it. I be trying not to. I be trying to keep it cute. But he played on everybody's top. And I don't like seeing a woman dragged down into the mud like this. It's so disrespectful to me. And the fact that she can't find it in herself to stand up for herself makes me sad. Like,
She's very timid, quiet.
and that's
I
what he
don't know.
likes. Watch, he thinks, "Oh, I can get her, I can marry her, and I'll be able to treat her however." If he's starting like this, can you imagine what he'd be like in 5 years, or if she actually married him?
I don't care what happened in their culture or whatever, from the island they from or what have you. I don't care. This is 2024, girls. Stand up. Like, we leaving that old stuff behind. Okay.
Listen. She said, "Put away Childish things. Go on about your business. Okay, now this is the moment everyone's been waiting for. Lord, we got the pastor and first lady who seem to be at the core of all the drama. Now, I'll say this. If Sandia liked Jodie smiling in her man's face, I love it. I don't think I would ever be in a position to run up on her and be like, what's your man doing? Did you see how Jodie is cheesing in his face and always touching his arm? And Diamond
is planting seeds of doubt, playing on her insecurities, might trigger her insecurities. It's like out of order in my mind, and I can't wait. I can't wait till someone come in and blow up their spot and ask them questions. Like,
that's what need to happen, and it seemed like it's happening next week from the preview.
I was like, come on, let's get to it, because they get on my nerves up here being Carmen Sandiego and like want to be in somebody else's business and being spies and stuff like that. I don't know.
So with Pastor and First Lady, y'all, aka Diamond and Aaron Sr., it's just like, you know, they're the eldest couple in the house, right? And they have been online dating for 5 years and allegedly just meeting for the first time, you know, in real life. And so he kind of, there seems like they're tag teaming the drama. Okay. He was in the room talking to Chris, and Chris is like, it's all the women's fault. The women are doing this.
Oh yeah, he was in there with the fellas. It was like, I think it was all the fellas in there.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Like they had like a little meeting.
And I mean, people were co-signing. I think Greg said, you know, it is inappropriate. You know, if you came with this woman,
Josh
you shouldn't
was definitely
be
co-signing that.
Josh was co-signing. I mean, but so he talked to the fellas, but then on the Diamond and Millie got all up into Sandia's ear.
Diamond
and like,
approached Millie and got Millie to go
on board.
Be her wing
she
woman
did.
and to be the one who approached Sandia.
Yeah. And yes, that's it. That's the name. And so they approach Sandy and it's like, your man's doing this. Oh, girl's doing this with your man. Do you have a problem? Do you want me to say something? Or you get Sandy is like, you know, I want to talk to him about it first. And so of course she goes and talks to Chris and he's like, that's the women. They put that in your head because you're weak-minded. Well, he says that later in the episode. Like, I feel like the women go and talk to a weak-minded person and basically, like you said, sowing seeds, which, you know, they are sowing seeds, but don't call her weak-minded.
Well, weak-minded. Yeah, that was like
every chance he gets,
really
he's gonna drag her.
weak-minded.
Listen, every chance he get, he's gonna run her down into the ground. And so Diamond basically acts like she's gonna stand on big business, but she said, you know, because if Jodie pop off, I'm popping too. Well, when the rubber met the road in the kitchen, and Jodie's like, I don't see why my name is in everybody's mouth. If y'all got something to say it now.
Like, okay,
now that
Chicago.
was the mute challenge, friend. That was the mute challenge, friend.
Okay, Chicago, popping out. Like,
because my thing is, First Lady, if you big and bold and you big and bad, like you pretending to be, it wouldn't have been an issue. Stand on big business and tell her what it was. Tell her how everybody's feeling if that's the case. But she got in her feelings because she said nobody came to her aid or her rescue to back her up.
She did call them out when she was like, so nobody gonna speak up. I'm the only one. Y'all was talking all this cash behind the scenes, and now
crickets.
It's to the front.
Crickets.
Like, look, Aaron Sr. was quiet. The pastor was quiet. Okay.
That's what she said. She said, everybody's sorry, even my man. That's what it was. And I'm thinking, if y'all scared, just say that. But I'm thinking Diamond and her really could have had a constructive conversation in that moment. But I mean, I guess I'm like, are y'all scared of Jodie because she gets loud? Like, and Jodie feels like she's being lied on again. We've seen, you know, some clips, but we haven't seen it to the extent apparently that they're seeing it in the house. They do flash back though to a moment where Chris is talking about his one night stands and how, you know, he don't need to trust a woman to have sex with her. And she's co-signing everything he says, skinning and grinning. But like I said,
she said she was tugging on her on him. I'm like, did they even touch? Tugging.
Not that we saw.
They show it. I'm like,
Not that we saw. And so they decide to separate for the night because they say anybody cussing and fussing like that, they're not going to eat their food. And so I think Millie, Greg, Shay, Josh, Pastor, and First Lady all go to the intimacy house because they're going to order food in because, listen, the Jodie food can't be trusted. And so they're talking, and she like, ain't none of y'all said nothing. And then her man, Pastor,
he had everything to say at that moment.
He said, well, you had it under control, baby. If you needed me, I would have stepped in. That's not how this worked, Pastor. Come on, Pastor. You know. But I think you're right. I think a lot of what they're doing, either they are planted there by the network or producers, or they're trying to deflect from their situation. Because why are we not in y'all's business?
Yeah, I'm like, come on, somebody please bring up the engagement. I'm up there yelling at TV like, come on. I'm like, come on, Joanne. What's her name? Joanne, Jodie, or whatever.
Jodie. Because that's my thing. Because how are you with this woman for 5 years and you have a whole relationship up to the point where you're engaged to someone? Like you proposed, you bought a ring, you did all that, and you're talking to her simultaneously.
To someone else. All right. And then they had to brag. And then when they got in the boomer room, they brag about their relationships. About our stuff is straight. I'm like, is it? Is it straight?
I doubt it is. I don't think it is.
And then we're gonna see next episode. It's not straight, baby.
Yeah, because when her sister comes, it is going to be a wrap. But
her sister's about to blow up the spot.
Yeah, she's like, he's not good enough for you. And I mean, and likely they probably deserve each other though, honestly. This kind of level of mess and tomfoolery, I mean, it might be just what they want to do, but I don't know. I got a lot of questions for these people. And so let's just recap really quick. We're going to talk about who we think is going to make it. Who's going not because it's a good not because it's a good match, but just because they're going to stay together. Okay? So keep that in mind. Shay and Josh, are these two staying together? Y'all put it in the comments too. If you don't watch, just look at the pictures and put a 1 if they're going to stay together, put a 2 if no. A 1 is yes, a 2 is no.
The way they vibing, I can see them staying together because they've been in that boom boom room every episode. It seems like they waking up in the boom boom room or going to the boom boom room.
Baby, he tearing the walls down, clearly blowing her back out.
If she can get past the 3-year-old that he had a baby on her and they 12 years relationship, who am I? So if she can get over that, right on. I can see them make it. Okay.
Let's see what the people. Hey, sis, they should stay together. Yeah, they should. At this point, like, if she like it, heck, I love it. And apparently, like you said, sis, the boom is booming, baby. Every chance they get, that's their room.
Okay.
That's their room. So we say, yes, everybody is unanimous. Shay and Josh are going to stay together. Let's talk about the next one, honey. Millie and Greg, y'all. Millie and Greg. Is this couple going to stay together or
I'll be shocked if they do. I'm gonna be honest.
A 1 if they're going to stay together. A 2 if they're going to break up. 1, they're going to stay together. 2, they're going to break up. Millie and Greg. You said what now? What are they going to do?
I'll be shocked if they do stay together, but I don't think they're making it. Even though they are the better of the couples, in my opinion. But it's still something, especially with Millie, that she needs to work through.
Beneath the surface. Okay. Sisters, they have potential if she stops pushing him away.
That's what I said. She got to work through something individually first and then come back. I mean,
make it work. Yeah. I hope she does. I hope she don't miss her blessing. Yes, that trauma showed up. Oh my goodness. That's definitely what we said, because it's heartbreaking, but we got to get past it if you want to be happy in the future and have a real relationship. Right. Child. Lord have mercy.
Let me put my
Chris and Sandia, y'all. 1
we it up on them. 2.
A 1 if they're gonna stay together. A 2 if they're going to separate. Now, I don't want to say this, but I think because of her nature, they are going to stay together. She going to stick beside him. As long as he wants to keep her.
Girl, don't be a pick me. Don't be sticking beside that.
He's not worth it. I don't see what he could be offering her or doing for her. Listen, she said, let me put it in the chat. Listen, he is such a gross individual, but I just think that she is going to stick beside him. If he's done all these things.
What she see in him that's not on camera that we see.
I don't know, friend, because I don't see any of it. I don't see any of it. I walked away from my phone. I would not want to be the one in charge of cleaning up that boom boom room. I will say this, honey. Shay is the only one doing household chores. When I tell you she was washing folding towels, sweeping the floor, like she clean.
Mopping.
Yeah, Shay clean. He is toxic, but she'll stay as long as he keeps telling her to stay. Exactly. Thank you. Now you preaching. You preaching, Patron. You preaching. Let's see. He doesn't deserve any woman. No, he don't, because he don't know how to treat him. And I'm really curious about what his relationship is like with his mama. I hope his mama is the one who visits.
And then he keeps bringing up some past relationship that hurt him. I'm looking like, I'm gonna need you to go in details, bruh.
Yeah, I think it's a cop out. I do. I think it's a cop out.
That's why I do. I thought that too, but I ain't want to say anybody experienced.
I don't trust him. I don't trust him because it ain't that deep, bro. Like, come on, this lady ain't done nothing to you. All right. The pastor and the first lady, y'all. 1, if they're staying together. 2, if it's not gonna work. Drop it in the comments below. What y'all think about pastor and first lady?
Oh.
Patron, that's how they do though. And I'm not generalizing all men. I know they're not monoliths, but
you are so right, Patron.
A lot of the men who talk like this is something from high school, middle school.
Child.
You think they're gonna stay together?
Yes, they are on the same wavelength and in the mess in the house. So why not stay together? And he throwing her feet. So that must be love, honey, because
the deep throating the feet is something I will never, that's left an indelible mark. I will never get that out of my head, Lord. Patron says 1.5. I need to see next week's episode when the sister comes. Yeah, that might make or break it. Because you know, when family gets involved, it'll make you stand up. If you not.
And where that sister came in, I would love to see it.
Yeah, because that's a whole level of public embarrassment. I'm going to say 1, I think they're going to stick beside each other. I think they're both equally the level of messy together. It seemed like they have an attraction. You know, will it be a good relationship? I don't know, but I do think that they will stick together. Patron says he seems all about, listen, he said, I want a BBW. She everything I want. He said, I'll suck her toes on Hollywood Boulevard. I ain't got a problem. He drink her bath water.
While he got engaged to toes as well. So that's what I want to know.
Well, Yvette says 1, 2. So everybody's saying 1, 1.5. I mean, yeah. Okay, let's see who is next on deck, y'all. Lord have mercy.
Hell no. I mean,
I'm so over these people. I'm so over them, Lord. 1, if Sandia and Brendan are staying together. 2, if it's a wrap. What's gonna happen with them? Because I don't like how he's playing around. Wrap it up. Go home, Roger. Go home.
Who are y'all fooling?
2, she needs anger management because it's not normal. At this point, she spazzes every chance she gets.
Yeah, even when they sit down with Taronda, like when he was saying like it's a communication, she blew up in like 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, cussing and again, cussing and cussing.
I'm like, "Ooh, girl."
Like, yeah. Thank you. She needs to go. And I hate to say this because, you know, it definitely gives red pill and all that, but I would think at her age, right? Because she is a mature woman, right? I think she's 43, 44, something like that. you should be able to handle your emotions. I'm thinking if you can't even act right on TV where cameras are all around you, a whole production team, what are you really like in real life? Kind of about what we said about Ike in the first episode. If
Oh
he's doing
yeah.
that on national TV in front of all the cameras,
What you
girl,
doing
what
in
are you like
private?
in real life? Like, would she put her hands on him?
I could see
And
her
I don't,
doing that and put her hand. She did kind of put her hand in his face when he was on her bed, and she blew up. Also, I could definitely see her taking the extra mile of
I do too.
testing that man like that. So
She doesn't respect him and it shows. I agree. And my thing is, it can't just be because he's a nice guy. Like, I don't even.
it could very well be like he's a nice guy. Like he's a pushover, and she gonna test him every time.
But that's sick, right? Like, to me,
That
that's sick.
is
That's like a
sick.
bully.
I
That's what
agree.
that's what a bully does. Like, I can't
Right.
see it.
Some
You.
some people are like that.
I guess so, man. Yeah, I don't know, is it battered woman syndrome? I'm like, I just need him to go home.
It's
I
giving
need.
Rasputia and Norbit. Okay, that's what it's giving. Rasputia and Norbit.
Oh,
That's what it's giving.
what's
Yeah.
up, Jay? Jay's in the building. Jay's in the building. Be sure y'all to come on, check on our live 305 and 605. We are reviewing the Shy and BMF today. It's a three-peat. It's a three-peat. Patron says, yes, push over. She takes his kindness for weakness. Yeah. Because she cussed him. When she called them the whole B word twice, I was like, yeah, she don't like this man. Like, you didn't call this man a B, like out of the blue. Geez,
Playing in his
listen, King.
face. Playing in his
It's
face.
sad. It's sad. I don't like anything about it. All right, y'all. Let's see who's next. I know we got the most basic ones left. Oh, we one more left. Lord, 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 Lord. Jodie and Aaron
The
Jr.,
roommate.
y'all.
The
The
bestie of the bestie.
roommates. The roommates. So I think we were unanimous about Siana and Brandon. It's a no. But for these two, are they gonna keep faking?
Oh yeah, they gonna keep pump faking. It's
What is wild is that they just met. Exactly. Baby. I couldn't say it any better myself. Like, that's your brother. Come on, be serious. That's your bestie. Y'all are besties. He is not there for no he don't want you
roommates.
to. I hope they end it, and I hope we don't have to see them faking and playing in our faces the whole rest of the
Yeah, they
season.
definitely faking. I don't believe their relationship or what have you.
But I
How
mean, I
long they
would
been
think
doing it for 3 years or 3 months? I can't remember with them.
some months, I think they've been doing this.
Okay.
But
If
my
it's 3
thing,
years, come on now.
if you wanted like social media notoriety or whatever, why would you come on our own show? Like, I don't necessarily know if this is the show that's going to give you the platform that you want, if that's their motivation for being there. Like,
Yeah, give them opportunities to do another show or something. I don't
listen, yeah, she wants yep, broke down Safari. That's who she wants. She wants the Haitian man. She's a
So she
liar
wants
and
that
is.
toxic little man. Okay.
Yeah, because she gonna be toxic just for him, just so he chooses her. And what'll be sad is that he probably would reject her. She's probably not his type anyway. But child, it looks like most of these couples is a no-go, is what it
Okay.
looks like. Okay. So now, friend, overall thoughts on the episode. You know, what do you want to see in these next couple episodes that we got coming?
Well, I like the preview of Diamond's sister coming, and I don't know who that's his friend or family, somebody coming on his side as well. I can't wait to see that blow up, see what's gonna come out of that, see how they gonna handle it with their peoples. And as well, I like to see Sienna and Brendan, they just existing. I don't know where can they go. They gotta go. There's no hope, as well as the roommates. And I would like to see Chris and Sandia. They supposed to go speak to I guess a specialist, a relationship expert or something. I'd like to see if you're gonna go into details of this so-called hurt that happened in the past for him. So
Even with that, friend, to me it was like you're saying, "Oh, I'll go to therapy, but just for you." That's not how therapy works, my
right,
guy.
right. Tell me I'll go
Like,
with you.
if you want to go, Sandia, I'll go with you. And my thing is, Chris, you
He
don't
was,
even like her enough to really be here. You just wanted a free trip, a couple weeks off work or whatever,
yeah, because
because it's
he
not
double spoke
giving.
in that moment. Because he said
Yeah.
no, and then when he said that she said she wouldn't mind, she'd be open or whatever. Then he changed his mind and say I would go. Like you playing the game.
Yeah. And it
Playing the
would be,
game.
he would put it all on her. She's the one with the issues. She's the one that's insecure. She's the one that's
I don't
overly
have a
emotional.
problem.
Her. That's what it be. He doesn't take any accountability. It's so gross and so disgusting. I'm over it. Ugh. Okay, let me do this. Let's bring them up, and we're gonna just say what we want to see happen with them. I want to see them go home.
Same. They gotta go. Sorry, roomies. Sorry.
Bye bye. I want to see them
Y'all
go.
should have went home today. That's what I was like. Oh, y'all should have went home today. After y'all met with Toronto, y'all should have went in the house to pack a bag and go home.
Yeah. They can stay. At very least, they're entertaining. And like you said, next episode, we should get a little bit more
Yeah, these
drama.
the wanna be producers right here, baby.
Yeah, the plants, Pasta and First Lady. So we want to see them stick around. At least they make it interesting. I want to see them go home. I want to see her do better for herself in this life.
Yeah,
Make
real
better
life. But
choices.
on the show, Chris is entertaining. I'm not gonna hold you.
You
He
want to see
is.
Chris stay for entertainment value? They
He
will.
is. He is entertaining because he double speaks. He double
Yeah.
talks. He talks out his ass. Okay. Like, what are you doing, dude? But it's entertaining. But in real life, I will have to hurt him. Okay.
Okay. And Millie and Greg, what do we want to see happen with them?
This is like the non-problematic couple. So I would like to see them stay. And I would like to see Millie be honest with him about what happened to
The
her
trauma. Yeah.
and what's like kind of holding her back, you know,
I
that
agree.
part
I
of her back.
agree.
So
And finally, I want to see them. I just want to see them make it. If they can get over, like you said, the 3-year-old, they can make it through anything. He seems enamored of
okay,
her, and she seems like she like him back, honey. She feels like I feel like she's completely in her comfort zone. She cussing him out and
okay.
everything, and it's cute.
On
You know what I mean? It works
episode
for them.
1, they was comfortable with each other, like they see each other every day for those
Yeah.
12 years. So yeah,
They
so
saw it on FaceTime, I guess, friend. But thank you so much for joining me today. As always, this is a super fun live. I love it. I'm going to give you the floor, though, sis, and you let the people know what's coming out. I saw you got your Quiet on Set video out.
finally
I
did
saw
it,
that.
sis. Finally did it. So if please check out the Quiet on Set the last episode I did, which is 5. I just uploaded that not too long ago, so please check it out. I also have Summer House episode 7. I'm dropping later today because I'm behind on that, and then another Summer House come out tomorrow, so you probably get that Monday and Tuesday. I'm trying to get it up on time this time. And I'm still working on that unsung Chingy. I don't know if I want to do it live or pre-recorded, so I'm still having some thoughts about that. So yeah, that's all I got right now.
Okay, friend. Well, I'm excited. You know, I'm seeing the consistency. I'm seeing the
I'm
videos
trying.
regularly on the channel. I'm happy for you. I'm so proud of you. I'm really here for
I'm
it. I can't
trying,
wait to
sis.
see. I can't wait to see. Listen, we up from here. You hear me? We up from here. But let's see what else I got going on. And Patron, I gotta put this up because you blessed me. You always come with constructive feedback. Like I value you and I thank you so much for being here. But she says, Ashley, I'm so happy with how much your channel has grown. Your variety and consistency is A1. Much love, and the sky's the
Yes,
limit. Like,
yes,
child, that
yes.
means so much to me.
Consistency. Can we say it together? Consistency, honey. Because I don't have
Consistency.
it. I'm
You
trying to
getting
get
there.
it. I'm trying to get it. She rubbing off on me. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying.
But yeah, but y'all, yeah. So today, remember, we have the BMF finale and we have the Shy live at 6:05 Eastern Standard Time with me and BKJ TV, which is going to be super fun. I have my Palm Royale finale that will be up tomorrow. And I did a little BMF finale recap in honor just of it being a recap. And y'all know the posting schedule is Sunday, Thursday, and Saturday. So just expect multiple uploads throughout the week. Y'all know how we do. Any parting words for the people today, Monique, before we jump off of here?
No parting words. Just I just want to say I want to give a shout out to all the mothers. I know tomorrow's Mother's Day, and I'd like to give a shout out to all the mothers, or mothers to be. Happy Mother's Day, and I hope they enjoy their day. And I know it's tough for the ones who don't have a mom with them or no longer with them. So, just want to wish you all a happy holiday.
Yes, happy Mother's Day. Do something for yourself. Don't let them kids or them husbands or them boyfriends or them girlfriends or them wives.
This is when F those kids come into play, okay? Especially if they ain't give you no gift. Tell them to give you a gift of peace and quiet.
That part. But y'all, this is a regular thing. Whenever there's a new episode of the Never Ever Mets, we will be coming on Saturday, sometime between 11 and noon Eastern Standard Time to talk about it. This is such a much better format. And I thank y'all all for coming, showing love in the chat, as you guys always do. I love the little community that we're forming.
Yes.
I'm a big baby. I ain't finna cry here on the internet though. But love y'all. Thank y'all. See you guys in the next video.
Bye.